Welcome back to another favorite five, guys. I'm doing this a little bit later, and I usually do this middle of the day. Looking at some different books. Some of the reasons I like these books are sort of obscure reasons, but maybe you'll like them too because of that reason. First book I'm going to talk about is called Shadow Service. This is a book. This is issue 5. So I've read the first 2 issues of it. I didn't know it was continuing on to 5 issues. I've been meaning to pick up issue 3 and 4, and now there's going to be a 5th issue. The main reason I want you guys to check it out, not only is it a good story, I like the first 2 issues a whole lot. But I want you to check out, because the author of the book is going to be writing the new Star Wars High Republic. So if you want to get a taste for his writing, see if that's something you like, then check out Shadow Services by Vault Comics. I really do like the first 2 issues. And had this B cover is great, and I do like it a whole lot. So Shadow Service, the writer, last name's Scott. Definitely check it out. It's worth giving it a look. Next one we'll look at is another indie book. This is by Aftershock Comics, Miles to Go. This is issue 3. Guys, I have really liked the first 2 issues of this thing. So I've hit this indie run where I really like indie books a whole lot. But this is one that I want to see where it goes. I don't know how long of a series it's going to go. The first 2 issues did have 1 for 10 or 1 for 15 variants, but issue 3 doesn't appear to have one. But I've liked this series so far, and I'm going to continue to try to read it and pick it up at the store. Then we're going to look at this King Conan special. There's so many different variants. There's lots of, I think there's even like a 1 for 250. Maybe I'm just clueless. I don't understand. Maybe there's so many Conan fans out there that buy 250 copies as the store was willing to do. There are some great variants and great covers. I just didn't think that Conan was as popular as Conan is, evidently, for them to warrant this type of book. Now, this book could be popular for another reason. Kevin Eastman is writing a story. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles himself is writing a story in this. First time he's writing a Conan story. So that might be worth picking up for that. Guys, I like the Bartel variant, but there's some really cool ones here. You can sort of check them out and see which ones you like. I think the Bartel might be a 1 for 50. Next, we're going to look at, these are the 2 that are probably going to pop a little bit more than any others. Spawn 313. There are 2 first appearances in there. Technically, there's 1 first appearance, Monolith, but then the cover of one of the variants is a cover of a Plague Spawn. So you can definitely check it out. Guys, for me, the cover I like is this other one that I'm showing you here, with the big baddie. I'm guessing it's Monolith is lifting up Spawn by his ankle. It's just sort of fun. McFarlane reminds me of the Gold Hulk and Spider-Man covers from the 90s. So I like that cover a lot. But the one you probably want also has a 1 for 25 or 1 for 50 variant. It's black and white of the same issue. So definitely worth checking out and picking up if you can. And finally, the one that I actually is going for double ratio right now is Department of Truth number 4. It's a Lemire 1 for 25 variant. It looks like it's drawn on notebook paper. It's a pretty cool little cover. Department of Truth sort of is a hit or miss. People like it because, hey, it's got an option. People really like the story if you sit down and read it. Where people struggle a little bit sometimes, the art on the covers is not super sexy. It's not super. It's dirty and dark and scary looking. Has turned some people off. But Department of Truth number 4, this variant is pretty cool. And since we're talking about Tynion's book and Image, now you got to talk about his Boom books. I do wonder if Something's Killing the Children. There's a Franny cover. It's Justine Franny's great variant. Lots of stores, or at least I know 3 or 4 different stores that did exclusives of 150, 250 runs for this issue. So they're worth checking out. I do wonder if Something's Killing Children has reached that sort of max, sort of like Immortal Hulk did around issue 16, where every store is ordering 10, 25 copies of it now. So no longer are they easy flips if you buy them. I can go into my LCS and I can see issues 10, 11, 12 still on the shelf. The second prints actually go a little bit faster. But the first, Something's Killing the Children, it's a great book, great read. It's worth it. But as far as if you're just a speculator watching this, it's one of those, the 1 for 25 sell for double. But the stores also now list them for $40, and a lot of stores order 50 copies. So the 1 for 25s aren't as hard to find as they were when there's issue 10 and 11. They're having, even especially if you get the 1, 2, and 3, those 1 for 25s are really hard to find. But yeah, so guys, I would check out. Those are my favorite 5. Once again, this is CBSI's pull list, coming at you a little bit later than usual, but hopefully you like some of my picks.